Hello. Coming to you a little late this evening, but this is Resilient Lives greeting you today, checking in just to say hello, see how you're doing. It has been a full day for me. A good day and a deep thinking day. How about for you? Well, I think it's a pause day. It's time to just pause and reflect on all that's good. Although when we're reflecting on all that's good, we are often also looking at the other side, all that's not so good. But I came downstairs and I had a virtual doctor visit, and I was anxious because, again, we were using all these gadgets. It went well, but I came down and I sat and looked outside, and I was fascinated by the hummingbirds. The hummingbirds were beautiful and little and flapping their little wings, and it was two of them, and they were flitting back and forth, and I thought, wow, this is beautiful. And it helped me because I was feeling some kind of way. Sometimes we're dealing with duality and feeling. We're feeling okay, but there's that little imp or that little thing that's in the back of your heart tugging at it. And so I just thought that this is a pause day. It's not really a day to look at a lot of serious things when I was just sitting watching the hummingbirds and their beauty. And so I thought, looking on these beautiful things is helping to ease my stress, we'll name it. It will comfort me. And so as I sat there, I remember there is a scripture that says not to be anxious about anything, but to think on those things that are lovely. Think on those things that are lovely. And the first time someone said that to me, I was really anxious. I was trying to write something, a presentation, and I called one of my vital friends and I said, I'm struggling. And they said, well, think on those things that are lovely. And I said, is that all you got? Because I've got to have this presentation by tomorrow. Is that your final answer? Think on those things that are lovely. And it was. But the interesting thing about thinking on those things that are lovely is that it works. Now, we have been talking about obstacles and the frustrations that come with obstacles and the anger and all of those different things. And then we've talked about how to flip it and see the other side of the obstacles, which is the gift that is in the obstacle, the gift that it triggers. And so sitting and looking at the birds and all those things, it was wonderful. But then I had to call someone who was in the hospital. And when I spoke with this person was being treated because they might possibly have the coronavirus. And my call was in response because she wanted her community. And that's what we're doing now. We are each other's community. She was in the hospital. She had taken the test, but she wanted just to hear from her community. A community would give her comfort. And so I spoke with her, and she was just saying, well, yesterday I was planting flowers, and today I'm here waiting and being treated, and I'm feeling a little anxious. So here we are back with the anxious word. Don't be anxious. Think on those things that are lovely. And at an important time like this, you would say, well, what is thinking on something that is lovely going to do for you when you're going through some difficult things? Well, that's what we've been talking about with these obstacles. How we perceive them impacts our healing. It impacts our immune system. And so by her acknowledging that she was feeling anxious, and us talking about it, she began to realize that she had her strengths, and she really just wanted to hear from her community. And so the gift that I'm offering you tonight as we pause is first to pause and to receive this gift. The gift of pause is to think on those things that are lovely. Because what is that going to do? Well, that's going to help us when we are anxious. That's going to help us when we would want to get uptight. Last time we talked about looking at our emotions and getting a hold on them. And we talked about looking at how we're feeling, holding it steady. But to think on things that are lovely sends the message to the brain, sends a message to the brain to release the mood regulators. And so we want to practice that. We want to discipline ourselves with our focusing, because whatever we get, whatever situation we're going to come about, the healing is in the strengthening our immune system. And the immune system is strengthened by thinking on those things that are lovely. Isn't that amazing? We're so wonderfully made. So I just wanted you to know that you have your community when things are happening. I just want you to remember to take a pause break and be in this moment, this mindful moment, because we never know what obstacle is going to get thrown our way. But we do know that whatever the obstacle is, if we are disciplining our mind on how we want to perceive this, if we're changing and looking in our toolbox and getting out the mind control, getting out the things that flip us to have peace, call on our support people, our community. This person is in the hospital calling on her community. That's what we're doing. She wants to thrive and flourish, and we want to thrive and flourish. So I'm asking you to press the pause button and celebrate this day and look at the hummingbirds or walk along the beach. There aren't any beaches here. It's been raining, so we will be walking through the puddles. But there was once a time when we would walk through the puddles and think, oh, I'm singing in the rain. But I just want to remind you that there are serious things happening right now. And we are doing this so that we can thrive. We're staying connected. We're sending out love and receiving love. We're virtually hugging each other and staying close, observing the protocols, and keeping our community close. But we have to develop the discipline to stay centered and take a pause break every day to think on those things that are lovely. This is the gift that I'm giving you today, to press the pause button every day and think on those things that are lovely. Have a good day. We'll talk again later. Sending you love and a hug. Bye-bye.